Afternoon, everybody. It is Friday, the 26th of June. This is the BALPPA weekly update. So we got a lot of information this week, and for some, very positive, not positive for all, but overall a step forward, hopefully one that we can leverage to get all of our businesses open. So on the 4th of July, we have a number of our outside attractions opening. Some of our large theme parks and attractions. With the exclusion, I suppose, the areas that we are focusing on that can't open at the moment are the soft play areas, indoor soft play, and the bowling alleys. So we're obviously disappointed at that news, but we realise we're still on that journey of trying to get things organised with the government, trying to lobby and trying to get things open. So we have overall guidance, overarching guidance from the government. We have sector guidance that's been approved, was written by BALPPA. That is in the 132-page document that we sent out this week under the UK Hospitality Badge. That covers all different areas, and you'll find that in there. So does that mean everything's straightforward, easy to open? No, of course it doesn't, unfortunately. There's a lot of interpretation in there, and we've used our meetings this week to try and get as much understanding of what that means for everyone. We'll do. I suspect we'll be doing that again next week. Then we've got the 1 metre plus rule, which I think does need some interpretation, with words like where viable or where not viable. Again, open to interpretation. But we're very much working on the intention of the legislation as well. So hopefully we'll be able to guide people a little bit more with that next week. So the areas that we're focusing on now, obviously we're going to have a lot of operators who are going to be focused on opening, and very good luck to them, and we will support them where we can and help them. We need to work on really what are we going to do about soft play, indoor play, and the bowling alleys. So what we're going to be doing on that is, I think that we've also noted that Oliver Dowden said this week that he felt the two most difficult areas were actually swimming pools and gyms were the most difficult to open, and his aspiration was that they would open in the middle of July. Now, we don't think our areas are as complicated or difficult to open because we've written the guidelines. We're not being asked for any more protocols. Those are all there. It's a case of when we get the chance to apply them. So I think we are going to plan to have some dialogue with UK Active, who look after those sectors, the other sectors that haven't opened, to make sure that nobody gets left behind. And see where their challenges are and what they're being asked for, and whether or not we can answer it, or how we can work together to move forward with that. So we're going to work on a bit of a PR push as well for those sectors as well, try and get some information out and about with regards to the positive aspects of those industries and those areas. We will be surveying our members, indoor play and bowling alleys, just to get us some information as to how close to the edge some of them are. I mean, that's the sort of information that we need to push on to government about, that these areas need help, and they need help now. And in the same regard, we're looking at long-term support for all sections of our industry, not just the ones who've just opened or the ones who haven't opened. We are still now working on the next phase, which is about getting support, whether it's VAT, rents, rates, national insurance, anything along those lines that helps cash flow in the short term, but support in the long term. We're looking at this as to we need to rescue our industry, we need to recover it, and we need to revive it, and that's what we will work on, and that will take all the way through till next spring. So those are the areas we're going to work on, and in response to what's happened this week, we were going to review our calls next week. So I'll send something out later today as to which calls are going ahead and what subjects we're going to cover next week, to make sure we get the right calls at the right time. So good luck to everyone who is preparing to open, and for those whose journey hasn't yet completed, we are going to continue working on that this week, and we will have some next step plans in place pretty quickly. I will catch up with you next week. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.